Hey guys, my name is Anthony Graff, and we're here today to talk to you a little bit about the Limu and the Blue Frog products. I don't know if some of you guys may have a little bit of background about what it is, but I just basically want to share with you my story. Limu, as we see here to the left, is just an incredible superfood. It's the best tasting superfood in the world, and the bottom line is it has all the components that the body needs to do what it was meant to do on a daily basis. About 5 years ago, my mother, who was very sick with a chronic illness called lupus, she's had it for 15 years up to that point, and fibromyalgia. She also developed rheumatoid arthritis and bipolar and a lot of things from the illness of lupus. And if you've ever seen anybody out there, someone that may be close to you that has illnesses, they're normally not sick with one thing, they're sick with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things. So their body's really out of balance and their immune system's out of balance. So the thing with this, what really impressed me was that there was over 400 to 500 independent studies done on fucoidan. And if you guys haven't heard of fucoidan, you can go to www.pubmed.gov. It's the United States Library of Congress's National Institute of Health and National Library of Medicine. And if you type in fucoidan, now to date, there's over 800 independent, unsolicited, third-party studies. Harvard University, Duke University, Hopkins. It is absolutely amazing. Antiviral, anti-tumor, antibacterial, antifungal, anti-cancer, anticoagulant, all on this website. So when I saw that, and I saw that there was some people in South Jersey having some really incredible benefits that we can actually see, it just made sense. I went out to a gathering and I heard some local testimonials, and I like the fact with the Limu that it's one thing, it's a liquid, it's 77 nutrients in a bottle in a perfect whole food form. Your body doesn't waste any of it because it's a food, it knows what to do with it, much like how a car knows how to use gasoline. It just assimilates all of it and your cells can actually absorb it. And I tell people, if you do 4 things on a really, like a daily basis, all my years of nutrition now, kind of come up with 4 things. I've worked with some really great naturopaths and people all around the country. Number 1, you get the proper nutrients daily. I tell people, ask yourself what you ate today. Every morning and every night, even if you don't really eat well, as long as we take Limu, we're getting 77 nutrients directly into our bloodstream. Our cells are absorbing it, and the body's getting what it needs. You're supposed to have about 45 essential nutrients daily. Limu has over 77, so go figure. So if you get the right nutrients, number 1, daily, your body knows what to do with it in a food form, and the cells can absorb it. It's number 1. Number 2, if you get the bad stuff out, from the bad air we breathe, the food that we intake, artificial flavors, sweeteners, all this junk in the food and the air, if you are able to get that out somehow, chelate that out, get yourself going to the bathroom regular and unclog your arteries. The Limu has properties called alginites, which is literally just cleanse your body and detoxes your body, but also it's like a rake, just kind of rakes out all the toxins and bad things out of your arteries. It has a lot of dietary fiber. Some seaweeds actually have more vitamin C than oranges, so these properties, help it to actually get all the bad stuff out of your body. It's kind of like renovating a house. You got to get the bad stuff out first before you can put that beautiful new furniture in. So number 1, you get the good nutrients in. Number 2, you get all the bad stuff out. And number 3 is, if you can get that REM stage sleep, because 85% of your healing is actually done when you sleep at night. If you can hit that REM stage sleep where you can actually dream and heal, where your cells can actually, heal and repair themselves daily. And all these chronic illnesses really come from an absence of nutrients in our diet. The body's just not, sleeping, going to the bathroom regularly, and doing the things that are supposed to function every day. Kind of like if you're putting junk oil and junk gasoline in your car. It's the same principle. So number 1, we said, is the nutrients coming in. Number 2 is the bad stuff coming out. Number 3 is hitting that REM stage sleep. Take the 2 ounces of Limu before you go to bed. Helps you sleep through the night, gives your body all the core minerals and phytonutrients and glyconutrients and alginites and everything it needs and daily, and help you rest you and sleep. And in the morning, 2 ounces for all the nutrients to energize you and kind of get you through that day. And then number 4, the 4th component is basically having enough energy throughout your day to work your muscles and exercise. You need at least 20 minutes of activity. And if you do those 4 components, and the Limu is going to give you the stuff from that as well too, because now you're feeling good, so you're gonna work out well. And you're going to get moving. And once you have momentum, the body starts moving and it knows what to do. Those 4 components, are all in one product. And it's exciting to me because it's not a man-made product. It's nothing more than an elixir or a God-given whole food that for 3,000 years the islanders off the coast of Tonga and Okinawa, Japan, the healthiest, robust people in the world in the South Pacific, all utilizing this and consuming this daily. So if something was going to go wrong, it would have happened 3,000 years ago. So there's 3,000 years of usage. There's now over 800 studies on this nutrient called fucoidan. You can only get from the ocean. And the bottom line is people are just seeing incredible results. And to get back to my mother's story, once she started putting limu in her diet, getting those proper nutrients in, she started seeing anti-inflammatory effects. She's lost about 40 pounds. She's working out every night now. Her body's just starting to come into balance, and you get rid of inflammation, the arthritis and everything starts to alleviate. And we just saw an opportunity to go out and really share this with the world. At the time, I was a full-time waiter and a busboy, a lot of big hopes and dreams, but wasn't getting there in the occupation I was in. I was putting myself through school, typical broke college kid stereotype. Told my boss about it. In 3 weeks, he started drinking, and in 3 weeks, he was able to get off his blood pressure medicine. Within 4 days, his ear infections had cleared up, and his wife said he wasn't snoring anymore. Again, it's not a miracle cure or a drug, but it's just the best wholesome nutrition in the purest oceans in the world in a way that the body can absorb it, the way that God made it. If you flash forward 5 years later, I guess kind of the end of my story is that, we were able to, absolutely not only get to where we wanted to be, but just having the ability to just go out and make your day on a daily basis and not having to wake up and punch the clock and wake up when you're done sleeping is amazing. I tell people if you have the right opportunity, mix it with the right heart to go out and do something about it, and the right niche, so to speak. Right now, if you see some great shows on TV like The Doctors and Dr. Oz and these great shows, or wellness is the key, and ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure is what they say. So people are really open to that, and they're open to something simple like this, simplicity. And now we have limu in the world's healthiest energy drink called Blue Frog. And Blue Frog is just an incredible product. It's the world's healthiest energy drink. You go to any kind of convenience store anywhere across the country, you kind of see that all they buy is energy drinks. All these young guys are spending on average, it's an actual fact, $10 to $12 a day on energy drinks the average college kid consumes. It's grown over 500%. They're saying we're in the Great Recession right now, but there's a great commercial on TV now saying, is it called the Great Recession? Is it going to be known as that, or is it going to be known as the recession that made us great? This industry, the energy drink market, has blown up over 500% in the last few years, and in the next few years it's supposed to grow another 500%. And despite all the big companies out there, the largest spent $900 million on advertising last year. You can only imagine how much they profited. There is not one really truly healthy, whole food energy drink in the market without any artificial sweeteners, flavors, anything like that. There's 17 grams of sugar in this as opposed to the 68 grams and stuff of all the other bad energy drinks and more. And the sugar is no sugar added. It's actually fruit-based, and carbohydrates are 17, and that's how you kind of know that something's a natural product when the carbs and the sugars are equivalent to one another. Again, it's a God-given whole food. No artificial anything in there. 2 ounces of limu. You need 4 ounces of limu daily, so if you drink 2 ounces of this in the morning, and you drink that in the evening for bed, you get your daily supply of over 77 nutrients, plus some of the added B complex, and which is also in the limu, but some added ones in here, and choline and quercetin. And if you don't know what those words mean, please Google them because they're incredible for your body. And I'm telling you, every 7 years we have a new body, so it doesn't matter your level of health now, where you're at. If you can start fixing and repairing yourself now, every 7 years you have a new body. You look at someone from 7 to 14, 14 to 21, 21 to 28, they look completely different. So you absolutely have an opportunity to get your health where it needs to be and offer that opportunity to other people to help them from a physical standpoint, which will result in you benefiting from a financial standpoint as well too, and passive residual income. And what I mean by that is that if you share with people 4 years ago, they're loving it so much, they're buying it month after month, year after year. They're sharing with a few people, they're getting their stuff paid for. A well-known New York newspaper did an article on the relationship marketing industry talking about how